So I talked quite a bit about this off by one error and in the lecture and gave quite a few examples. So this is just a couple additional examples that you can look at. Basically, if you set the counter to a 1, then you're going to want to use less than or equal to. Because if you actually want it to go through 5 times, once it hits a 5, it will not process the loop anymore. And if you start at 1, you're only going to go through 4 times. Okay, so that is an example of an off by 1. And you can see here that we only got to enter 4 items. So this is not really very accurate because the total is not for 5 items, it is for 4. And then you might think, well, why is this, showing a 5? It's because of how the for loop processes. And I explained this in the lecture demo as well, but it checks the condition first. And then after the condition is checked, it adds 1. So it's checking here. It's going to go through the first time, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. Okay, in which case the item number is 4. And then after it prints out, okay, it has already increased it to 5. Actually, the minute it checks it here and it gets down into the loop, I is going to be a 5. Okay, and so when it comes back up and does this check, 5 is not less than 5, so it's done. So it does not go through that last 5th time, even though the little counter has been changed. So how do we fix this? This either has to be a 0 or this needs to be less than and equal. So here is an example of the program working properly with less than or equal to 5. And I also adjusted the number at the bottom because when this is testing false, I is already equal to 6. So if we just come out here, it's going to say your total for 6 items, which we don't want. So I did I minus 1, which gives me a 5.